Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm back at it. I'm trying to push my way up to League 8 here. We're starting off with the Elixir Golem, the E-Drag, and the Bomber in hand. Always really good to start off with the Goblinstein. It's a really good way to start putting pressure on your opponent and really start feeling out their defense. So with the Skeleton King, I'm still not sure what he's running yet. We can go Bomber here. Oh, he's got a dirty E-Golem deck as well. Okay, so we're going to go with our E-Golem here. As he drops a Void Spell, we're going to use the ability right here and watch as our defense completely tears his up because we got the E-Drag, which is obviously really solid. And that ability from that Goblinstein from the Scientist is actually really clutch, cleaning up all of the skeletons there. We're going to go with the Road Delivery here. And we'll take some damage on that right side, but as you can see, we've already absolutely demolished that push on the left side. So we're going to go with the guards here as well. We may be able to defend this, and then we should be able to go with the E-Golem afterwards. So we did take a lot of damage, but we do have a pretty healthy push coming his way. We'll go with our evil E-Drag here. And watch as that chains onto everything, including that Mega Knight. And as you can see, we should be able to pummel this pretty effectively here. We're going to just more or less take this. We're going to go Goblinstein here. And then we're going to get the Evil Bomber going as well. And that's going to be really good. He's not going to drop his Skeleton King ability. I disagree with that. I definitely think he should have. We're going to go Road Delivery here, kind of clean things up. And then we're going to go with the guards here. So with this deck, you want to be pushing for a second tower as soon as possible. Don't want to worry too much about, you know, making a too much of a defense there. If you can make it happen with the E-Drag and the Valkyrie, definitely do that. And obviously use your King Tower as another resource there because it's got a lot of health for you to use. We're going to go with the Bomber here as he cycles his E-Golem. And of course, we're going to hover our Goblinstein and basically use that to block his Void Spell. Yeah, I mean, I saw that Void Spell coming from a mile away. We're gonna just rage this up here. And even with that evil Mega Knight, we should do a lot of work here. We're gonna go Bomber as well. We're gonna go with the evil E-Drag. We're gonna use the ability, kind of clean things up. We're gonna rage things up as well. And we're back to another E-Golem because that Goblinstein is just lighting things up and staying alive for a really long time. And look at that. This is absolutely filthy what we're just able to do. Tear through an evil Mega Knight with a regular Mega Knight. And so much so that I think we made our opponent quit. I don't know if we're going to be able to make a 3-crown happen, but as you can see, even with a Mega Knight, something that can do so much damage and area damage, you're really able to kind of push on through in double elixir because of the fast cycle and the Goblinstein giving you a 3-card cycle there. Good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. Alright, next match here. So starting off with both our evolutions, that last match was absolutely disgusting what we're able to do there at the end. So Bomber here to start off on this right side. Bomber and Rage is really honestly clutch in this because you're able to cycle so much faster. We're gonna go with the Electro Dragon. If you have the Goblinstein, definitely play it to start out. It's a safe play. People are very much on the defensive with it. So he's gonna have the cannon cart. That left side is gonna get more or less taken care of, and I'm not too worried about it. I want to go with Valkyrie here most likely. Yeah, that's not quite in range unfortunately, but we should be able to go with the Elixir Golem here, and this is going to be a massive push that he's going to have to deal with. Ideally the E-Golem would have been in front. I'm going to ignore that left side. He may go with like Mega Knight or something, or okay, I mean the Prince too, I guess. We're going to use the ability, get some extra damage off, and we are in a really good spot. That right side is absolutely demolished. We're going to ignore that one row recruit there. We're going to go with the Bomber here. And I'm not too worried about that Prince because we have the, let's see, I want to go like this, and then I'm going to go like this as well. We're going to rage this up here, take out the bats for the most part. Ooh, we missed one of the bats, unfortunately. But we should be able to defend things pretty effectively. That left side might get taken out. I'm just going to drop a Valkyrie here. I mean, that's kind of a bad decision, I would say, but I didn't want him putting too much pressure on the King Tower, especially since we didn't really have that much. I mean, that was maybe a give and take on whether or not that was a good move. But we're able to take a tower, and pushing opposite lane with this deck is unbelievable because you're able to put so much pressure that your opponent just has to respond. So we're going to go with the Goblinstein here, and then we're going to go with the guards afterwards. And as you can see, I'm using my King Tower as a resource there, basically not giving him too much opportunity to, deal damage. And I'm okay taking some damage, of course. We're gonna use the ability here, and then we're gonna go with the E-Drag, and we're gonna rage this up. And then we should, ooh, okay, so he was able to get his Goblin or his Cannon card down in the nick of time. So that's good enough for him, but we're gonna get a decent amount of damage. We'll get another push going here. And then we're gonna go with the Valkyrie. We'll go with the evil E-Drag as well. And we're gonna go guards here, and watch as the evil E-Drag helps defend everything. We're gonna go with the road delivery here. The E-Golem's more or less just, soaking up damage at this point. We can go with the Goblinstein here. That's going to get us out of quite a bit of trouble. Really, really good defensive option if you have to. The Evil E-Drag is going to be doing okay against that Musketeer there. And then we can more or less ignore that Musketeer. We can go with the E-Drag here, get a cycle going with that. And then we can go with our guards here. And then we can go with the Valkyrie up high. We'll go with the road delivery as well. And then that left side is going to get the E-Drag is going to get a lot of value on that left side. We're going to go with the Elixir Golem afterwards. And we're going to go with the Goblinstein here. We're going to use the Goblinstein ability, kind of take everything out and start damaging down that Musketeer, which is obviously really annoying. We're going to go with the Rage and watch this absolutely decimate that left side. And in overtime, in sudden death, you can be very, very aggressive with your Goblinstein and your E-Golem. They're almost always going to break on through and deal like thousands and thousands of damage. Really solid stuff. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. So starting off with Goblinstein, and you know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with a Goblinstein here. And that's one thing you want to keep in mind is sometimes going with a split Goblinstein is actually good. And you want to know, I think it's like true red or true blue, like which way your Goblinstein is set. We're going to go with the E-Golem here. And that should be okay. We should be able to get to that, almost to that tower. So not exactly, but we should be able to get some decent amount of damage going right there. And that Mighty Miner is going to get absolutely zapped and stunned. Not going to be that effective, forcing it to go down the other route. Let's go with the E-Drag here. And we should do okay. The E-Drag should be able to easily reset that Mighty Miner. So I'm not too worried about that. We did get a lot of damage on that right side, so this is obviously one of those things where you want to get as much damage as you can, but obviously don't overextend because you're going to get a lot of damage yourself. So against Cannoneer, the guards is going to be really good, obviously. I think one of the guards may even get a little stab off right there. Yeah, it does, so that's really good. 100, 150 or so damage right there, so I'll take that. Let's get a E-Golem going again. I typically don't go with the E-Golem in the back. It's not the best move. You want to kind of defend and then go with your E-Golem afterwards. I'm expecting to go with like Roll Hogs or something, but I'm going to go with the delivery here. Ooh. Okay, we're going to go Goblinstein here, and as you can see, I'm splitting things up right now. So I'm going to be using the Goblinstein ability, of course. Once I get to 2 Elixir, that's going to be really, really big for us. And that's going to damage down the recruits there on that left side. And put us in a pretty decent spot. We're just gonna, let's see, I want to go with guards here, and I'm gonna rage this up of course as well. We did get quite a bit of damage there. We'll take the hit from the flying machine, and we're gonna start off with the Elixir Golem again in the back because we don't really have a good play, and it's not really something we can defend, counter push into. So we're gonna go with the E-Drag right here. We'll go with the Evil Bomber, and we're gonna go with the Valkyrie. Okay, so we're able to get a lot of damage there. I'm just gonna roll delivery this, and then we're back to another E-Golem. We're giving him a lot of elixir, but what you'll see is this is gonna be super, super valuable for us. He's gonna get a decent amount of damage on that left side, but we're gonna absolutely run through his defense here. So we should be okay. E-Drag doing its thing against the recruits. Bomber's gonna take the hit, so that's really clutch. We're gonna go with the Goblinstein here, keeping the pressure up, and we're gonna go with the road delivery. I think he's probably gonna get the damage that he needs. Oh, we're gonna survive by 34. But look at that King Tower. That King Tower was going to get lit up. We're about to take that 3 crown, even if he was able to make a push there. Good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. All right, I'm up in League 8 now, and I do have some that are, under leveled. My Cannoneer tower is level 14. I think my Elixir Golem is also level 14. My Goblin Stein's level 14. So I just want to do this to kind of show you that this deck is still extremely viable, even in those situations. So Goblin, or the Cannoneer tower, is going to be really good against the Giant Skeleton here. So we're going to do pretty good, I would say. We can go with the guards here. And then for the Skeleton Barrel, we can either go with the Road Delivery. I think at this point, maybe we'll just rage it. That's also another option you can do. We're just going to rage it right here. We're going to use the Scientist ability. Ooh, it came out a little bit late, unfortunately for us. We'll go Bomber here. That should be able to clean that up. So that's the one thing with this deck. You're going to struggle against, excessive amounts of bait. But that's kind of what you're going to get here. We'll go with the Elixir Golem, kind of kite things over. And that's one thing, you got to be a little bit creative with, is the way to kind of defend. So Elixir Golem walking up, he's got archers. We're just going to chill out. We just got to survive, get into double Elixir here, and we should be good. He's going to give us a lot of value for a Road Delivery of sorts, so that's going to be something we're going to do. He's got arrows as well. So we're going to go with the Valkyrie here, Road Delivery here. Should be pretty good. Clean up the archers and solid defense. Now the interesting thing is, what is he running? Probably a balloon deck, if I had to guess. We'll do this up high and see what we can get out of him. We just drop Rage again. I think it's probably gonna be the move, to be honest. Yeah, Rage here. We're gonna take some damage, but that right side is also gonna get some damage from the guard. So we're gonna go with the Goblin Stein here. Bats are not gonna be that much of a threat. One thing again with this deck is we don't really have a great way to take out, anything that he drops in the back. We're gonna go with the Evil Bomber here. Hopefully clip the Evil Archer. I think we do, so we're gonna be pretty good here. We're gonna use the ability, of course, and we're gonna rage this up. And that Evil Archer got taken out real quick right there. We're gonna have Bomber, of course. That right side goes down. This deck is absolutely filthy in just the way that it can just damage down your opponent super quickly, and there's not much he can do about it. So we're gonna go with the guards here. Ooh, with the Evil Bats, kind of spicy. I like it. We're gonna go with the Delivery, of course. And then I think the Archer gets taken out. We're just gonna drop Rage here, and that's gonna clean that up. Really, really solid stuff. We're able to come back, and of course, as I showed you earlier, we have under-leveled cards, so that's not something you have to worry too much about. We didn't even really get to play our evil E-Drag, but this deck is absolutely filthy. Give this deck a shot. Let's get on to one. All right, last match of the video here, and see if we can continue our win streak. We'll go Bomber here. Ooh, that's pretty good actually from him. We'll rage this up. Bomber should be able to help clean up these skeletons. Unfortunately, just the way that things were spaced out, we're going to take a decent amount of damage. We'll go Goblin Stein going down the other lane. And he's going to be a little bit aggressive here, which is okay. We'll go with the Elixir Golem afterwards. And we're going to start damaging that down. We're going to use the Scientist ability, of course, start whittling that down. And that should be a pretty dead Inferno Tower. And the Bat gets taken out, forcing out a Mega Knight. So really good for us. That's a lot of elixir down the drain for him. We're going to go with the Electro Dragon here. The Goblin Stein is going to get taken out at some point soon. We're going to go with the Delivery, of course. And then we should be okay. We're going to rage this up. That Miner is on that tower and is being really, really annoying, of course. So he's playing this pretty well, I would say. We get some damage there on that right side. Just minuscule, nothing too crazy. E-Drag is going to force out Bats. That's pretty good. And we're able to take those out. So, alright. So this is going to be more tricky. But we'll see if we can mount a comeback. As you can see with this deck, we can definitely do that. It's just making it happen. Bomber there, going to clean up all of that stuff. And we have a decent push going. Let's go Elixir Golem here. And we're kind of splitting things up. Obviously on purpose. We're going to use the ability here, start whittling down the Inferno Tower, and also that Doctor attack, just basically stunning things and resetting it is really clutch, obviously. The Mega Knight's going to do pretty good work there. We're going to go with the Electro Dragon here, rage this up, and then we should be okay. Oh, he's got the Evil Bats as well. I think this may be a lost cause. I'm not too sure yet. But we're able to defend that Mega Knight, and we do have 1,000 hit points about on each tower, so Valkyrie here should prove very useful. We'll go Valkyrie here, clean things up. The E-Drag doing some damage over there. We're going to go with the Goblinstein. He's playing pretty well here. So we're going to go with the Electro Dragon, of course. Kind of stun that. Not like it's going to do too much for us, I don't think. We'll go with the E-Golem here. If he drops the Mega Knight, we're obviously going to be right on top of it. Yeah. We're going to go with the Rage here, of course. Evil Bomber doing its thing. We're going to guards this, of course, and then basically protect our tower. And then we are on that tower. We just need to roll delivery this and stick the landing, and we should be okay there. Look at that tower getting absolutely decimated, and with 3 seconds left, there's not much he can do. We mounted a crazy comeback, and even though both your towers are weak, you do use that as, you know, resources, and you can basically start putting pressure on that right side. Really dominant stuff, 5 games in a row. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe for more, and see you next time.